John Cena turned heel on Cody Rhodes and aligned with The Rock, the final boss, in a shocking wave of events for many. Yes, John Cena, after over 2 decades of being a babyface, finally did the turn to the dark side, surprising as it might be, especially in his retirement year. The tour is on, and this happened. Elimination Chamber 2025, what a closing. This might have been very well the best Elimination Chamber in history. It all ended with a surprise, a shock to many. I can't say that I was totally shocked. I was at least surprised somewhat with how John Cena spoke after the Royal Rumble when he inserted himself in the press conference. And he said, I am going to be in the Elimination Chamber because I deserve it. And me being a champion is best for business and yada yada. That's not exactly how babyface talks. Now, something that was a little depicting was also Seth Rollins' curb stomp on CM Punk and John Cena taking straight advantage of it without hesitation and putting CM Punk to sleep subsequently with the SDFU. That was really saying, I was like, well, that's not very babyface of John. But nonetheless, this only opened gateway for the pyro, the electros, everything. Boom, 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 boom. Cody Rhodes came out. They were talking, your typical babyface thing. I was trying not to have a nightmare because I was like, oh, God, I mean, what's this going to be? It's going to be the John Cena of today's time in Cody Rhodes, which has a lot of attributes of that Cena. Against Cena, who's going to want that? But still, I was a little intrigued. So the Rock music comes out. He comes out, Travis Scott, who looked like a small and very diminutive person there in the middle of these giants and whatnot. I mean, yeah, that looked odd by every single beat. I don't like Travis music. It's not my jam, but, God bless the guy, but he looked very out of point. He was distracting to me in the segment. But anyways, The Rock, the final boss. He comes out. He tells the standard, yada, yada. He had told Cody Rhodes that he wanted Cody to be his champion and this and that. And I was just thinking, I was having very bad memories from the WrestleMania that I still think that is the best one of all time, WrestleMania 17 in 2001. And I'm about to change WrestleMania 40 from last year to be better than that one. I'm a little conflicted, but I might end up changing it because I really hated the fact of the Stone Cold turn and alignment with Vince McMahon in the end because I felt that really killed the Attitude Era dead. I know that some people might range it a little later, but yeah. I mean, after we all raved and Stone Cold and everything, and that turn was, So I was praying that we were not going on the same direction now with Cody Rhodes, right? So the problem on hand was this. Yeah. We end up actually having Cody face-to-face with The Rock after his proposal again. So, Cody, now you're going to embrace me. Promo from The Rock still a little weird. The whole thing of a brother, especially that he has, any amount of brothers on his dad's side at least. And, it was weird. You got to admit, some of the promos from The Rock have not been exactly 100% fire. But nonetheless, he tells Cody all that yada yada, and now you'll embrace me, you'll be my champion, and all this. And Cody, and this was very shocking because they didn't even bleep it. Cody told The Rock, you want my soul. However, I can't give you my soul because my soul, I already left it with all the people in this business, yada yada, and this business, and, I'm the ultimate babyface pretty much is the synonymous of what he was saying. And he followed that up because they didn't bleep it with a go fuck yourself to The Rock. He literally went ahead and told him that. No bleep. Great. So that followed up with The Rock obviously being upset. And then John Cena seemed a little too extra after that whole situation. He went ahead and he embraces Cody Rhodes and everything. And then there's the look from Doom. the cutthroat sign from The Rock. John Cena turns, and when he turns, he pretty much, low blow, and they massacred Cody Rhodes in every single way. And it was phenomenal. It was great. I don't know if you actually had a chance to look at John Cena as a heel back in the day. I want to say 14, 15, when John Cena, because it was only a year or so that John Cena was a straight up heel. And he was a smart ass heel also at the same time. I love the rapping and everything. I've always liked much more the cool heels than the straight baby face. There's much more layers into it. But I adore John Cena as a heel. So when eventually Cena started being turned into a baby face, I feel that the initial years he was kind of like a tweener in a way, but then around 08, was it, or 09, he just became like too much of a straight up babyface Superman kind of thing. I disliked it strongly, like not my thing. So yes, a lot of people were for a long time waiting on this. And in fact, there has been talks that in 2012, John Cena was ready to make a heel turn. But Vince McMahon, who used to run the creative back then, obviously his company, pretty much had cold feet and retracted from it. And that's fine, in a way, if you have a golden goose, you're making so much out of this. It's very tough for the wrestler to want to make the turn. At the same time, John is a company man. He was apparently willing to do it, even though he was going to lose out on merch. Yes, it's not exactly a heel. It's going to be, oh, yeah, great. I'm going to be selling a bunch of merch. No. Merch money goes away pretty much if you are a heel, straight up heel. So that's something to consider. Now, the thing is, it didn't happen, so people's imagination and desire was just left there. After John Cena eventually transitioned into being much more of a part-timer, there you go. People have kind of like hindered much more love. I mean, time away and everything. He's been embraced with such crazy reactions, right? Again, he's been away. You're going to get that love. I missed you so much. How can I miss you if you don't go away? He's gone away. He's been Hollywood and everything. But it's a perfect thing. And especially because that's the thing. Now he's the ultimate Hollywood clique part-timer with Dwayne Johnson, The Rock, who is also in a part-time fashion member of the board and everything. And this is fantastic. I'm looking forward to, as you should, to seeing the first promo out, how he's going to dress, what his music. I doubt that we're going to stay with the. No. Mine was always the music I like to remember John Cena with is the Word Life. I don't know if he's going to be rapping now. I doubt it. He's probably going to. I'm going to go out on a limb and guess that he probably is going to just come out on Suits right now, like he does in pretty much real life. And I'm looking forward to a nasty promo. Very nasty from John Cena, who he's a very good promo. I know that being babyface so long might have actually washed away. John has had a great career. I'm not going to put him up there as the greatest, as they have tried to brand him in the last, the last 3 years or so. They've the GOAT, everything. I wouldn't go that far, but he's been great. He improved a lot. He was never meant to be where he got to be and where he is. But guess what? Through hard work, he actually did get there. I think it's going to be great. It's going to be fun. I doubt that he's going to stay a heel the rest of the year. I mean, think about it. He's not going to retire out as a heel. I think that there's going to be an arc to this story, and there's going to be some pretty much finding of the heart again before the end of the road. I don't know that he's going to necessarily be a champion. It's a little problematic considering that he is in a part-time kind of schedule. The way to be creative, especially if WWE, if they crown him champion in the summer, think about it. It might actually drain out a little, and we might go into Brock Lesnar territory of him not being around suffice. I mean, what was it? He confirmed that he was going to be around, 40 dates, maybe something. So how much of a presence would he actually have for him to be warranted a champion? Now, yes, for him breaking the record, going for that 17th title in WrestleMania, that would be the ultimate stage. I don't think it's necessarily going to happen in that way. Maybe not. Just because what happens then? I mean, is the heat going to be dependent on the fact that he's only going to be showing up every now and then and defending on pay-per-views? Don't know how that might work. Then again, they actually found a way to actually make it work for Roman Reigns on a part-time schedule as well. So I'm not going to doubt Triple H's creative. He's brilliant. He's been a hit with almost all the things he's done as since he's been the head of creative. So I'm not going to bet against it either. Now, what I'm saying is I don't think it's going to be a warranty that John Cena becomes the champion, especially also WrestleMania will be happening in Vegas. Last year, a lot of people were actually upset that we didn't get Stone Cold Steve Austin. We actually ended up getting in the Stone Cold spot, The Undertaker. Stone Cold lives in Vegas. So if nothing else, who knows if John Cena's great attempt at actually becoming the corporate champion for The Rock is actually crashed in by one Stone Cold Steve Austin. The stadium would go down for sure. Then again, you would actually be running into the fact that now Cody, for his second year, would actually, his moment would be mirrored on the fact of, it doesn't take away from the moment, but it's like, are we going to have another picture-perfect moment that pretty much resembles last year as well? It could be perfect, and at the same time, it could be like a real drain down. I think that anything with Stone Cold Steve Austin is phenomenal, especially because there is the expectation of people of getting that. But what if they actually push you in the expectation and then you don't get it? There is an interesting thing to play off of that as well. Now, look, again, this might actually be the year of the upset. Look at how it happened to Cody 2 years ago. He lost to Roman. Everyone was expecting that he was going to beat Roman 2 years ago. Everything got flattened out. Look at how that worked, though. Because last year, Cody Rhodes came back and actually second consecutive WrestleMania. Boom, he beats Roman. He's the champ. The story. John Cena doesn't have that timeline. He's done this year. So whatever they're going to do it now. I think the likelihood, because of the timeline, might help the fact that he does become the champion. So I would temper the expectations of Stone Cold being there. Maybe he's actually there, but anyways, just to make it even more dramatic, they find a way to actually screw Cody over, even though there is The Rock there, and The Rock gets a laugh over Stone Cold. He's his eternal rival. Even though he got Stone Cold, he couldn't actually get the job done, kind of thing. There's many ways that they can go, but right now you got to tip your hat to Triple H. He's cooking. He's cooking big time. And you definitely want to actually salute Mr. Triple H. The WWE wrote the WrestleMania is going to be magnificent. It really feels that now it started. Now this whole setup, now Bianca Belair is going to go to WrestleMania. What are we going to get? Is it going to be her and Rhea? That would be great. However, I'm not a fan of triple threats. I hope they don't go that route. And also add Io Sky, Jey Uso, and Gunther. That's going to be interesting on its own degree, just because of the heat that there is right now, the following with Jay, but definitely now, the main event of WrestleMania with Cody Rhodes and John Cena, man, I want to see that, and I want to see John Cena kicking it. And you know what? I want to see heel Cena as champion. And if you do too, leave it in the comments. We're live. That was not good. We're live. Yeah, at this point, leave it in the comments. I'm happy to read you. And remember, be happy.